Well, obviously, we obviously do a lot of analysis throughout the week. We try and exploit their weaknesses, and we try and play to our strengths. And we know that we've got some good players going forward, so we know the patterns of play that we want to produce on the pitch. And yeah, it was a nice little move there. Unlucky Jorginho didn't stick it away with the header, but it was nice for Gruder to back it up and put it away.
Well, like throughout your career, you've played with some obviously high-level players, sort of teammates in that final third. Where are you ranking sort of your teammates at the moment in terms of your Matomas, Solimarch, Gruder, the players like that are linking up with you, that make it look so easy for you as well? Yeah,
I get a lot of help out there on the pitch, and I'm always there to help the others. And I think the most important thing for us as Brighton, we have to play together. We have to stick together. All 11 players on the pitch, we attack together, we defend together as well. So the players you mentioned, they've got some amazing qualities, and it's hard to rank them with my teammates, past teammates, but they've definitely got the qualities to. Obviously, they're really young. They can push on and go to that next level, and then that's where the going gets tough, really.
You were a constant threat all game, and you were rewarded with this goal. We'll show you this, Danny, as well, and just tell us how special this feels when you come back to Old Trafford and score against your old team.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet. It'll be nice.
He's so good, Gruder, and he's smart. Look, goes inside the door, Gruder.
Yeah.
Once he gets in there, you know what's coming, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Once he picks it up on the inner line, and I have to try and make up the ground to get into
finish.
to try and get onto the inside, to get onto the last line of the defence, and it was a good first touch, and then I knew I had to get a clean connection, and it was a great finish.
Just tell us about your first touch, because there we can just see you just take the weight off the pass just a little bit, just to sort of give you a bit of time to settle and then put a fantastic strike with your left foot on it.
Yeah, it's when the ball's coming across and you know where the defenders are, you have to kind of, in my head, I was like, I'm going to get a touch, and then the second touch has to be a shot on goal, so it has to be a perfect touch, so a little bit away from the defender, and it was nice to get that clean connection.
I bet. Danny, we've got to ask, you're 35, you're hitting some of the best numbers of your career. What's the secret? Can you tell us? We need to know.
Do you know what? I can't really give away the secret. If I say too much, drug testers will come for me. But I'm good, I'm clean. I've got good genetics, I've got good family, good genes. My mum and dad, they've blessed me with good genes. A lot of hard work. I work hard every single day. I look after myself, I eat well, and I prepare well for every single training session. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, fit and strong.
I can't believe you're 35.
I know,
think back to them days, 18, 19 in the dressing room. But you know what? This is probably like the best part of your career. Actually, kind of looks like you're enjoying being the main man, being the goal scorer. Because you work so hard, you would play left and you play right and be all over the place. But now you're the main man.
Yeah, and I think with experience, you kind of understand. I feel like when I was younger, I played left wing, played right wing, played 10, played as a 9. And I think with the experience, playing the games and going through all of that, going through injuries.
Yeah.
Going through injuries, you're on the sidelines for so long. You come back, you play a couple of games a season, and it's hard to get into the rhythm and all that sort of stuff. But touch wood, I've not had many injuries on my time here at Brighton last few years, and getting into a rhythm, I feel really good. And long may it continue.
Brilliant. Definitely. They're obviously really looking after you there at Brighton. I have to ask as well, because at the end of the game you went up to Darren Fletcher, gave him a cuddle. You obviously know him really, really well. What's it like seeing him in the dugout at a time like this?
Yeah, it's incredible, it's a credit to Fletch to see what he's done, and he helped me massively as a young boy coming through at Manchester United. He was there for me every single day. So it was really nice to see him on the sidelines, and obviously I've got a lot of respect, the utmost respect for Darren Fletcher, and so it was nice to just see him there after the game.
One more, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask, but there's obviously quite a big competition going on this summer. Got any ambitions to get back in the England squad?
Do you know, for me, I'm just focusing here on the here and now, Brian. I'm enjoying my time. I know football, it can change at the click of your fingers, anything can happen, so I'm just really enjoying the present and looking after myself and just controlling what I can control. I feel good. Well,
you've got James Milner to look forward to, and there's like 5 more years in your career if you follow in his footsteps. So you've got a long time to go.
Great inspiration, Millie, but we'll see. We'll see on them years.
Danny, congratulations.
Thank you.
Brilliant performance from you, and well done. You're into the 4th round of the FA Cup. We'll let you go and enjoy it with your team.
Thank you very much,
well
guys.
Done. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Take care.
See you later.
See you later. We'll nick that up from you as well. Take care. And probably a career in punditry. What a great interview. Really enjoyed
He's just
that.
great, isn't he? He's in a real good place at the moment. You can tell that, and just his confidence just will ooze into that dressing room as well. Brilliant. Really pleased for him.
He's just a diamond, honestly. Yeah. He was, even as a kid, he had no edge about him. He spoke about his family there. That's what you want as a player. You want somebody that works hard, comes to work every day. I think now that he's not getting those injuries, you can see his potential. He's always had it in him. And he's just, I'm happy to see him doing so well.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, full time here at Old Trafford is Manchester United 1, Brighton 2. A brilliant night for the Seagulls. But for Darren Fletcher, his first game at Old Trafford in the dugout while he takes charge on an interim basis. And he gets a loss here. We're going to talk about what that means and get some reaction from him next.
This programme is proudly sponsored by Simba Adjustable Pillows on TNT Sports.
So you're not on the plane yet? Delayed again? Just try going to a happy place.
And that's where we are going.
Relax your shoulders.
My goodness.
With each breath, become lighter.
Come on. Oh.
Release the tension.
Get a ticket to the party.
Breathe.
What the hell are you talking about, Tim?
The Australian Open.
See you in Melbourne, John.
Live for the first time on TNT Sports.
Another delay?
saying, look, he's just a young lad. He's just a young lad. What did you think of that? Because I guess if he's old enough to play, then does he need to play by the rules? Do you need to give him a little bit of space?
I don't think there's a bit of leeway just because of the age. I can see what Fletcher's doing. He's trying to protect these players, but this is a man's game, and you live and learn, by that. So again, look, it's experience that he'll learn, take on board, but it's just a shame that it took a young man to come on and change the game for Man United with the talent that was already on the pitch.
And perhaps the biggest reaction of the entire game was when the players came off the pitch, went down the tunnel, huge boos around Old Trafford. Where does this result leave them?
Well, it's another blow, but let's be honest, there's been a lot over the last 10 or 12 years, and I think everybody hoped with Darren taking over, there might be a bit of positivity, but I just don't think they had the firepower at the top of the pitch. I thought they had lots of possession, they had lots of shots, but there's still frustration. You can feel it on everybody, the air of resignation. They're hoping, obviously, with Fletcher coming in, maybe you could fix that in the short term, but let's be honest, you're just hoping. This is their body of work over the last 10 years, and this season suggests this is where they're at. And Brighton are a dangerous team. They had players at the top of the pitch in Gruda, Ruta and Welbeck. They were a threat, and they showed that. And again, United's biggest issue this season has been conceding goals, and they did that again today.
It now puts even more pressure on a huge decision that was already quite a big decision of which manager comes in on that interim basis and takes Manchester United to the end of the season. If they get that wrong, things could get even worse.
Well, yeah, I mean, where are Manchester United at the moment? People keep saying about their DNA and, the Manchester United of old and the way they play. I haven't seen that for 10, 12 years, and I don't see that happening in the next 2 months, 6 months, next season. So there's real big issues that need to be addressed on and off the pitch. There needs to be a connect with the fans that are back, because these are always with them. But I just felt today, before the game, that they had that chance from Burnley, which the performance was great, and then go out, be on the front foot and really attack Brighton, but it just seems so subdued. And again, there's so many people in charge, and you don't know who's making what decisions, and it's a real mess that needs to be sorted out.
The new ownership, the old manager, Nicky Butt, everyone was in attendance to watch this game here today. Do they have enough talent on the pitch that would say to you, look, there's still a real positive opportunity for them in the league? They're out both the cups, but they could go on, they could push for Champions League football. Do you think they can pull through on that?
Yeah, I think they're only 3 points off fourth. They should get Champions League football. They're the only team in there that doesn't have any European competition. They got 1 game a week. They can be well rested. They can work on things on the training pitch. I genuinely believe they should, and I think they have more than enough firepower. They're third highest scorers. Yeah. That's not an issue. They concede way too many goals. That's the biggest issue they have. So go to a back four, that might help. But I do think they have the personnel to finish in the top 5, and I think they should with the personnel they have.
Whoever it is that is in that dugout for the next 2 games has a pretty daunting task of Manchester City and Arsenal to play. Those are 2 incredibly tricky fixtures for a club that already feels like it's on its knees a bit.
Well, look, you go there, and if I was to take control of this Man United squad going into them games, I would just say, go there, be aggressive in possession, be aggressive out of possession, move the ball with purpose, shift the ball. So many times players hold on to the ball for too much. Is that because they're not seeing a pass? Is there not enough options for them? They just need to, look, when it's not working out as well, work hard. Work hard. No one can fault that, and then the quality will show.
They have some positivity, and Bomo's coming back soon as well. They need to get some of this talent back in the team, because that is one thing that they have not had a good time of. Injuries, AFCON as well affecting their squad. Yeah,
and Bomo and Ahmad, they'll make a huge difference. Today they had 3 number 10s playing, Mount, Bruno Fernandes and Cunha, but they want ball to feet. They're not wide players, and 2 of them played wide. There's no real speed in there. They need speed, this team. They've got a lot of ball players, but pace is what kills games at the top of the pitch. And I think once Mbeumo and Ahmad come back, I think you get more options, and I think they do have potential.
Just 2 clean sheets all season, so defensively it's not good enough. And then you also have Bruno, who when he's not in the team, they've really struggled without. There was an article that came out saying that players within the squad are quite worried that Bruno's had enough, and at the end of the season he's going to find himself a new place to play football. How much of a blow would that be?
Hopefully not. I mean, he's been the only shining light, really. I said to him last season before the Europa League final, they're so lucky to have you. you know, the impact he's had on this football club. He's so consistent. He's so fit.
Yeah.
Sid is. He's always there. He's always available. He produces goals and assists. Yeah, okay, sometimes he puts his arms up, but that's because he cares.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. You want somebody that cares. To lose him would be a huge blow, no matter how much money you get for him.
He never goes hiding either, does he?
Never.
He always wants the ball. Whatever the scenario, whatever the situation is in the game, he's always the one trying to make things happen. Sometimes it doesn't come off because he tries the extravagant pass, but he's trying to get the team back into the game.
How much, as players, do you need to feel wanted at this team? Because he's had mixed messages, perhaps. Oh, I tell you what, we'll come back to that in a minute, because Darren Fletcher is now with Emma Dodds.
Darren, clearly not the result you were looking for today. What about the performance? How do you reflect on that overall?
Mixed, really. I thought we started okay, and then the goal knocked the stuffing out of us, and we didn't really create the tempo after that. We didn't play enough balls in behind and test them, and I think our passing was quite slow, so I challenged them at half time. It was similar to the game midweek, you know, move the ball with composure, but you need to move the ball with tempo, and that was difficult. I thought we created enough chances. Then to go 2-0 down was disappointing, but the lads responded well. When we got back to 2-1, I thought, here we go, the crowd was up, the energy was up. But ultimately we couldn't get over the line and get an equalising goal. But I think you can see that the players are fragile, and they need to build themselves up, though, because it's up to them now. They've got to respond.
That's it. Do you feel this is a squad devoid of confidence, and again an Achilles heel is conceding goals?
Without a doubt, and then you concede a goal and then the confidence hits them as well. So confidence is one of the most powerful things in football. So they've got to, when you don't have confidence, you have to dig deep, and you have to battle, grind, fight, work, win games, and then the confidence comes back. But they're experienced players, they're talented players, and as I said, I challenge them to regroup, and it's over to them. Someone's going to come in and lead them, and they need to make sure that they've got a lot to play for this season. This team's still good enough to achieve success this season, but they've got to dig deep and find a way within themselves.
Yeah, as far as you're concerned, is this your last game in interim charge for this spell particularly?
Well, this is what I've been asked to do, so I've not had any discussions beyond that. It's just I did the job this week, and we have to concentrate on the game. All discussions with that, I'm sure, will unfold in the next couple of days.
What is the biggest challenge you feel the next person coming in needs to address with this group of players?
As you said, confidence. I don't know, potentially being used to playing a certain style and formation. That's difficult to adapt from. But as I said, they've just got to come together. The biggest thing for me is that the group, the players, whoever leads them, comes together. It's only them in this situation. It's only them that can do something about it. Build the confidence through grinding out maybe some results. You want to play nice football, but you've got to find a way to win first. And once you do that, hard work, attitude, application, it might not be pretty at times, but from there you can grow and build, and then the fast, exciting football can come.
I mean, you could hear the fans' frustration at full time, booed off, out of both cups now domestically, not in Europe this season. Is that a sign of where this club is at and just how big a job the next full-time manager has to do here?
Well, it is, yeah. As you say, out of cups, only Premier League games to play for. Yeah, fans weren't happy at the end, but they've got every right to air their grievances, and I don't think it was toxic by any stretch of the imagination. So they showed their disappointment, and they've every right to do that. The fans have supported the team for a long, long time and got behind them. Old Trafford's an amazing atmosphere. They're at the cup today, so understandably they're disappointed, but I'm sure